Rocket out of Georgia on my mind. Rocket, welcome to the show.
Hi, Jesse. How are you?
All is well, Rocket.
um, I have a question about ego. I felt one day I was sitting at home and I just was feeling really, really sad and just down that day. Is that ego death?
100%.
Oh, and I asked my husband, I said, I feel so sad today. And I had a lot going through my mind. And I said, I just feel so sad today. And he was like, yeah, that's ego death.
You were in
Now,
your head, absolutely.
how do you know which ego, or do you categorize egos? Like, how does that work? Or am I thinking too much?
What do you mean by that? I don't understand that
How do you
question.
know which ego died? Or is there, do we, I know you said, I watched the show the other day and you said we have different egos. They show up in the form of hate, hatred, vanity, or what have you. How do
Right.
you know which ego died off? How do I know?
Well, what it really is, they are evil spirits. There's this big Satan that overrules the little Satan, the little devils. And the small devils are called sadness, loneliness,
Yeah.
depression, suicidal thought, fake love, hate. Those are little devils. And when you, like the other day when you were feeling that way, had you sat through it and just watched it and did nothing about it, but just
I did.
notice it and move on, go about your day, don't look
Hmm.
for anything to save you from that, then whatever you were feeling that day, that spirit or those spirit would have been taken away from you, and they would have to go and find a home and make a home in someone else.
But I didn't do anything. I just sat in it and
Good.
like towards the I didn't try to, you know, wait, I'm trying to think. What was I saying? I rebuke you and all of that stuff like that. You're not supposed to say any of that, right?
Right. You're just supposed to see it.
Okay.
And don't call it you. Don't say that's me.
Yeah.
Don't say those are my thoughts. Those are my feelings, right? They're not
Yeah.
yours. They're the
Mhm.
thoughts are in the mind and the pain is in the body, but it's not you. You're not your body.
Yeah.
You're not the pain. You're not the thoughts. And when it's gone, you will know. Don't worry about how you will know. You will know when
Gotcha.
when they're not there.
Okay. Okay. I understand what you're saying. I think I was just questioning, like, why am I thinking about this? Like, I know, like, why am I thinking about this so strong? I just kept asking myself that, like, what's making me think about this?
Nice.
I know I started to try to, separate myself from my thoughts, but when that happened, I just questioned, like, is this ego death? I didn't know what ego death was or what
Right.
it felt like.
Yeah.
Okay.
The ego death is when those spirits, when you can see those spirits and not call them you, they will. That's the death that all human being, and even Christ. That's what Christ went through. That death, that ego death, and that's what we have
Oh,
to go through. And when it's over, you're gonna have a clear mind and perfect peace. You have a brand new nature. Those things will no longer be a part of your nature.
oh, okay. How many times do I have to go through that?
1,000 times a day.
Oh gosh, really?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Don't you worry about how many times. Be willing to go through it as many times as necessary. Endure. Don't worry about how
Oh,
long. Don't worry about how painful it is. Let all that go and be willing to endure this death. That's the only way you're going to overcome it. You must die, so be willing to endure it. Let it happen.
yeah. I see why you say some people give up, and
Yes,
I just kept saying that to myself. I see why Jesse say some people give up because oh my gosh, that is not a good feeling.
it's not. It's painful. But I got news for you.
I'm ready to hear it.
The death get worse. You haven't experienced the real pain of it yet.
Oh gosh, are you serious?
Yeah. But the beauty is, now that you are aware of that pain, you know it's not
Yeah.
you're losing a relationship with it. And as a result
Mm.
of losing the identity of it, the relationship with it, you're going to be able to do whatever pain you got to do because you're going to know you're not enduring. It's this thing that is dying. That evil is going through the death, not you. You're not feeling evil is feeling it. Evil is feeling the loss of having to leave your body because the only way it can be physically aware, I mean, present is that it got to live in a human being, and so it 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 cries, it yells, it screams. It's painful
Mm-hmm.
for the evil to leave your body. It doesn't want to leave you.
Mm.
And because it's not connected to God at all, you got to realize that the devil and all his little demons are totally disconnected from God. It can't get any love. It can't get any freedom. It can't get anything. And the devil don't like that. And so he try to make other people feel what he feel so that he can feel alive. And that's why he bring a lot of pain upon you.
Wow.
I know that's a lot, but it's not you. It's just the devil in you. So stay with it and don't worry about how painful, how long it takes. You
Mm-hmm.
endure to the end and you will get the prize.
I will because um, going through that first one, I can't go back now because
Yes, that's right.
um, yeah, I'm going to keep with it. I'm not going to stop because I can't give up on myself. I'm too competitive.
And you're going to find that there is nothing to go back to because you're overcoming time,
hmm
so you don't have a past to go back to. You're
No,
overcoming time, so there is no future. All you have is right now.
yeah, I believe that. One more question.
Amazing. Yes.
Wow, amazing. One more question I have for you. If you're seeking to be like healing from an illness that you've had, um, how do you, how does that work? How do you deal with that?
How do
Just
you
the same?
how do you deal with what?
Just
See,
like asking God for healing or seeking to be healed. Like, how do you deal with that? How does that all work in? Am I so? Or like, do you just sit still?
that is a really good question. Can you hold for me?
Sure.
Let me take a break. Wow. Open Line Friday. Get it off your chest today. I want to go back to Rocket out of Atlanta, Georgia. I held her over because we ran out of time there. She had a question about, was it about healing or something, Rocket?
Yes.
Restate your question.
Um, how are you? What state or how are you supposed to be when when you're asking God to heal your body? Like like are you supposed to still sit still with it when you're doing the silent prayer, or just know that He knows that you're looking for healing because you've been asking?
Here's how you do it. If you got a physical, medical problem, go try to find yourself a good doctor, which is hard to do today because these doctors are dumb now. They're just about medication and making money. But look for a
Yeah.
good doctor so you can get the proper doctor care. And from that point forward, don't even think about the situation. Stay away from thoughts about it because you're not your body. Stay away from
hmm
thoughts about it. And if God healed the body, it'll work. If not, you'll be just fine. But if you put thoughts into it, you're going to end up destroying yourself because you're going to worry. You're going to take bad advice from all kind of weird people, and it's not going to go well for you. But if you put no thought into it, you eat right, you can drink water and do what you're supposed to be doing, of course. But do not get into thinking about it. And then God, if it meant for God, for you to be healed, He will heal you. You'll be fine.
Gotcha.
But do not, do not get into thinking about it. You're going to worry. You're going to overreact if you do.
Yeah. Okay.
And don't let people feeling all sorry for you and whining it. Oh, I'm praying for you. Oh, poor you.
Yeah, I
My
hate that word.
my prayers go out to you. Their prayers ain't no good.
No.
But don't make a big deal of it. Stay out of thoughts about it.
Okay.
And make sure you find a good doctor that research and do work and not just give you pills until you go sit down.
Yeah, that's the main issue with docs right now. I'm noticing.
It's crazy. It's hard to find a real informed, good doctor nowadays. It's just stupid men and women with degrees that work for nothing,
Yeah.
but they don't even know
Yeah.
what they're doing at all. They have no idea.
Yeah. I do believe you on that because I've seen it with my own eyes.
Yeah.
It almost makes you nervous when you go to like a facility, doctor's office or a hospital. You really have to have someone there with you,
Yeah.
or be very, very alert and aware of what's going on, what they're doing. You really have to now more than ever.
And when you're seeing the doctor, don't let them rush you in and out of the office. You make sure you ask your questions and make sure they answer your questions. Don't just, because right now, doctors see human beings as machines, as money making machines. So they just rush you in and rush you out, the next patient, the next patient, and the next patient. And they don't even want to take time to answer your questions.
Yeah.
Don't let that happen to you. If they don't, doctor, I asked you a question. Answer my question. What's the?
Yeah. I don't rely on them to give me the answers. I just go look it up myself.
Nice. Well, do what you see is best for you.
Yeah. Okay.
I wish you well, Raquette.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate your help today. Thanks for talking with me.
You're totally welcome. Amazing.